Manisha Koirala, a Nepali actress. I grew up watching a movie and I've always recognized her as an actress, not as a Nepali or an Indian, or a relative to the politically profound Koiralas of Nepal. Neither as a cancer survivor, nor as a humanitarian ambassador, or a voice against injustice against women. I always respected her as a captivating, beautiful actress.
ठीक है, और अगर मैं जीत गई, तो मैं आपको 9 मुक्के.
On 18th May 2020, Manisha Koirala made a tweet. She wrote, "Thank you for keeping the dignity of our small nation. We all are looking forward for a peaceful and respectful dialogue between all three great nations now." The small nation she is referring to is Nepal, and the three great nations are Nepal, India, and China. Now comes the most important text of the tweet: dignity. For acknowledging the existence of Nepal, of which she was deprived when India and China agreed to build a trade route across a controversial area without consulting her. In this image extracted from Bing Maps shows the tri-junction border of Nepal, India and China. The modern map of Nepal was established by the Sugauli Treaty signed with the British in March 1816. The Sugauli Treaty states that anything east of Kali River is Nepal. This is where we are introduced to the 335 square kilometers of the controversial area of land. Although the land was clearly assigned to Nepal, it was constantly used by East India Company, the British, and sadly, Nepal did not dispute enough to retain the land. By 1860, they moved the Kali River by renaming its northward bound tributaries as the New Kali River, which I will refer to as the first change. What happened next gobsmacked Nepal. India took a further 66 square kilometers of land from the western tri-junction area by releasing their revised political map on 2nd of November 2019. They moved the first change Kali River by renaming its eastward bound tributaries as the New Kali River, which I will refer to as the second change. It's not that India wasn't aware of Nepal's claim to the land. The late Prime Minister of Nepal, Girija Prasad Koirala, raised this issue with India during the 2006 India visit, when Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh brushed the idea of assuring that it could be resolved later. India and China were in clear violation of Nepal's concern during the 2015 Lipulekh agreement between India and China. Neither side consulted Nepal before that agreement. Nepal's then Prime Minister, the late Sushil Koirala, reportedly cancelled a visit to Delhi following this agreement as a show of protest. The first thing I thought to do was gathering historical maps to support the narrative. I managed to get all maps from Old Maps online and compared with Bing Map. Following our relevant comparisons. The first one, this is the 1835 map published in London. From this map, it is obvious how the Kali River is flowing towards the west, evidently considering the original Kali River. This is the 1851 map published from New York. Same thing goes for this map. The obviousness of how Kali River and the border of Nepal is flowing towards the west, also considering the original Kali River. The third map is the 1861 published from Edinburgh. Here the border has changed, considering the first change of Kali River, which is heading towards north. We see the original Kali River clearly here as well, being disregarded. Map number 4, this is the 1901 map published in London. I had to tilt this map to match the Bing map as closely as I could. But the big takeaway is how the border now doesn't head towards the west at all in this tri-junction. Finally, the 1927 US Army and the 1967 USSR maps. Added this couple of maps just out of interest. The one on the left is the US Army's and the right is USSR. What is most interesting is on the USSR map, the original Kali River is still recognized as such. The key takeaway from looking through these maps is it's debatable which portion belongs to Nepal and which to India. It is definitely a very controversial area, and I will repeat again, India and China were in clear violation of Nepal's concern, creating an agreement without Nepal's consultation. Here's the thing, India is a superpower country of the world. No matter what, India is not going to admit they are deceptively taking land and Nepal isn't stable enough to stand her ground. But amidst this treachery and injustice, we can still hope for, in the words of Manisha, a peaceful and respectful dialogue.